just over 100 inches of fiber a second.
My goal is to take you fishing 10 times. Don't let off the throttle, but run this boat as hard as you can back home now.
Got moved into our current commercial space, so we've got about 4,000 square feet now.
Welcome to the Captain's Report, guys. Today, Captain Quentin sits down with Garth from Reaction Composites, has some pretty cool product talk, and some awesome stories. Let's get into it.
Welcome to the Captain's Report, where the fish are big, the stories are bigger, and nothing is off limits. We're talking wild fishing tales, charter chaos, and the unfiltered side of the industry, straight from the captains who've seen it all. So grab a beer, hold your rods, and tighten those drags, cause this ain't your granddaddy's fishing report.
Hello, everybody. How are we doing today? We have a very special guest on the bus today. We have Garth with Reaction Composites on the bus. And Garth, we're going to talk a little bit about carbon fiber and your business and stuff like that. And we've been buddies for a long time, and I've heard the spiel about.
Yeah, sounds great. Thanks for having me, guys. So my name's Garth. I'm here with Reaction Composites. And you know, like anybody that fishes for a long enough time, I got tired of buying fishing stuff that was covered in Made in America stickers that I knew for a fact they were gluing an end cap on or putting some stickers on, or you know, something small. But the last transformation happened in America, and then they slapped it in a box and proudly called it Made in America. So we decided to do something about it. I started this company 3 years ago. In my house at the time. I didn't even have the shed we started in. I built that first. We built a shed, and now we specialize in filament winding carbon fiber tubes for the marine and sporting good industries.
So simplify that down. You're talking way above my head right now. Tell us about some of your products. What's a tube?
Yeah, so we've got marine and sporting good stuff. So we've got gaffs, push poles, stakeout poles, outriggers, selfie sticks, all kinds of stuff. Yeah, and it's, you know, what makes us different and kind of where we got to where we are today is we filament wind these parts. So instead of using traditional composite fabrication methods, we actually went through, built our own filament winder. Wrote all the code for it, tested it out on a smaller unit. Got a bunch of prototypes out there. Appreciate you, Quentin, for testing out one of our gaffs.
I've been using the gaff for a little over a year. I haven't got to put it quite through the ringer of king mackerel fishing because we had such a bad king mackerel fishing last year. But anything I could have stuck with a gaff, I tried to. And I have tried to break it. And you need to know me for about 30 seconds to know I'm hard on equipment. I mean, I could send you a laundry list of stuff I have broken on the boat in the last week. And this gaff is about the only thing I haven't broke.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly why we gave you one. After we met, 6-7 years ago?
Oh,
maybe?
God, I'd have to do some math. Maybe. I don't know.
And I figured out pretty quick. So you were one of the first people I called on. I said, hey, I got some demo equipment. I need you to test some stuff out, try and tear some stuff up, and see if you can find some weakness in it. And it helped lead us to where we are today.
About the only thing I could do is get a teeth mark. I got something to bite it, and it put some teeth marks in it. But other than that, I have pried and prodded and stuck and kicked and anything I could do. And here's my thing. The gaff lived on a boat that runs 300 trips a year for a year, and it still looks the same as the brand new gaffs. So, I mean, you're not getting, I can't find any wear and tear, and that thing has lived outside and been sprayed down, and Lord knows what else happened to it that I didn't even see. But yeah, I found some modifications that I might do on my next gaff to make life on the boat easier for it. But other than that, man, I want to stick something 100 pounds. That's my goal. I don't care what it is. If I gotta take it, and go out of the country with it, I want to get a 100-pounder with it.
Awesome. Yeah, that's what we want to hear. And that's kind of our philosophy on life is like, let's actually make stuff here, was the first thing. So all of our tubes are made domestically. All of our fiber is domestic fiber. We require country of origin certificates on that. All of our resins are domestic as well. They're coming out of an aerospace shop on the West Coast. All of our adhesives, everything, all of our gaff hooks are made in Connecticut.
It's a Winthrop hook.
Yep. So we're running Winthrop hooks on the gaffs.
Sharp. Very. Be careful. Will bite you. Sharp.
Yeah, absolutely will. I've got one in my hands, and I can tell you from last weekend, I'm doing trade shows. I must have accidentally stuck it into my thumb or neck or head at least a dozen times.
That dog will bite you.
Yeah, we even went down, one of the funny things, and I think I told you guys on the dock earlier, it was like one of the big things, we even went down the wormhole to find like a domestic manufacturer of the rope for the grips and stuff like that.
Was that the hardest thing to find domestically?
No, it wasn't the hardest thing. Once we found them, they're pretty easy to work with. But it took some digging. I mean, it's an added step. We pay a little extra for it. Even the mandrels that we're winding these parts on. So we're laying down a carbon fiber ribbon on a mandrel. We've got a nice fancy robot that does that. Quentin's got a sample of it there. Robot makes about 5,000 trips back and forth every day and lays that down. And once those go in the oven, even the mandrels those are wound on, even that aluminum that it's wound on, that is domestic too. So, I mean, we're trying.
So even your not throwaway parts, but the parts that aren't coming in the gaff or in the outrigger, that's still domestic too.
Yep. Exactly. So our tooling's domestic.
Do you have an English lab? Like, is there anything that's not American, dog? You need to get Kid Rock as your sponsor.
Yeah, I can't say every bit of it is domestic. I mean, we do have to buy some laptops and stuff like that, and buy some controllers and stuff from out of the country. So it happens.
But that's about it.
It happens. But everything we can control and we can easily make, or that we can do in house. We absolutely try to. All of our paint's domestic too. So we're using like an automotive refinishing clear coat, real high end clear coat on our new gaffs. I don't even think you had this clear coat on your gaffs.
No, I didn't.
We've upgraded. Give me, drop yours off by the shop one day and I'll sand it up and recoat it.
No, I want all the battle scars. I want people to look at that gaff and see what I put it through and be like, damn, this thing has some stories. You know what I mean? I want it to have some personality. I don't want to. Look, I'm not the type of fisherman that wants things prim and proper and pretty. I'm not the fly fishing, pretty boat guy. No, I am halfway between charter and commercial. I want that line right there where you can tell that boat has seen some stuff, his equipment has seen some stuff, and he's put it through the ringer.
Awesome. I'm just so glad to hear that your ethos matches your looks too.
Oh yeah. Through the ringer. Look, I told you about my burrito theory, and I'm trying to fill my burrito with a lot of interesting stories and fun stories, and this going out every day and spending every day on the water, because you only get so many sunrises and sunsets. Try and see them all, and I'm doing my damnedest to be on the water for all of them. So.
I wish I could say the same. I've seen a lot of my sunrises and sunsets from inside of a warehouse recently, through some like half frosted over windows, working in the new shop. So we just got moved into a commercial space.
So
out of my shed.
started little shed. How big was the shed? I didn't get to see the shed.
Yeah, so I started it with a 3D printer in my guest bedroom. Decided, hey, there's got to be an industry out there or something out there that is ripe for disruption through the use of automation, right? So it's like, okay, I know fishing. I've fished my whole life. That seems like a reasonable place to start. I knew how a lot of stuff was made with roll wrapping, traditional pre-preg composites and stuff like that, carbon fiber. And I thought, that's good, makes good parts, but it is expensive. I mean, that's kind of the gist of it. That's why everybody says, oh, carbon fiber. Oh, I don't know about that, man. I'm
going to shave a couple of pounds. So what?
I want to shave a couple of pounds, but not to the tune of, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000. And so that's where it started looking into filament winding, realized there was a lot of potential there. The thing with filament winding, really heavily used in aerospace, space, defense. A lot of, example applications are going to be structural members, COPVs, composite overwrap pressure vessels. So most
Zoom, like the airplane joke. You're talking right over my head.
Most rockets these days are running carbon fiber reinforced high pressure tanks on them and stuff like that.
Okay.
So that is probably its most prolific use, large scale. Another place that ends up firefighting SCBAs and things like that. Paintball tanks. The CO2 tanks on paintball guns now.
Yeah.
There are quite a few companies doing filament wound paintball tanks. And then you've got...
How does the... Now, I don't know much about much. How does the temperature affect it?
Yeah, so that's...
Because I know rockets, you got huge temperature changes with the heat from the engine and then the cold from space.
Yep. So two things. Carbon fiber itself in graphite has a very low coefficient of thermal expansion. So that means between hot and cold, it doesn't move much.
Gotcha.
Metal moves a lot. Plastic moves even more.
If metal's stuck, heat it up.
Yep.
And it'll,
Yeah, exactly. Or chilling bearings down to get bearings on a slip fit. Same thing. But carbon fiber doesn't move much. But it does, there are some limits there, right? So like on cryogenic tank storage for liquid oxygen and stuff like that, rocket applications, you do start to get into some complexities that require really deep dives into the world of chemistry to get resin systems that are compatible.
Your background's in chemistry.
Yeah. So I got a degree in chemistry. That's where I started. Yeah, now I guess I get to play engineer at least on a day-to-day basis. But yeah, so that's where carbon fiber is used a lot. Filament winding's pretty prolific there. Traditional sense was that it always came with the aerospace extra zero, right? Like you can do what I do, Quentin. You can call up Magnum Venus or ETC or a few other companies, and they would happily sell you a filament winder. You would probably have to sell your house as a down payment. And then finance the other half of it. For a big multi-spindle unit, you're north of a couple of $100,000.
No way.
Yeah. And
my heart hurts when you start throwing big numbers like that. Oh my goodness.
And that's where we were like, in the most basic sense, making tubes. You're just running a helix down and a helix back. Like, I like math. I don't know if I'm good at math, but I think I can do that math myself and code that into a machine. Let's give it a go. So we built a small one in my first shed.
Okay.
When I started the company, I did not have the shed. We had to build the shed. It was 200 square feet, so real big. Really big.
Whole lot of leg room.
Yeah. I couldn't even assemble push poles or outriggers or anything in it because they would hit the ceiling because they only had 8.5 foot high ceilings. So
itty bitty.
Yeah. Yep. Did that for a year and a half or so and told my wife, said, hey, I think there's something here. Like the market, the interactions,
we got
the discussions.
Yeah.
Like the guys that get it.
Yep.
And they also really understand that it's actually made in America. We're not slapping a sticker on it. So it's huge. So I was like, okay, I think I'm going to quit day job. Let's give it a go. Got some money saved up. Let's try it out. Did that January of 2025. Shout out to my old boss for firing me or not letting me work my 2 weeks out and letting me know that via text message on vacation over the holiday.
Solid. Oh, yeah. Real good. Real good to hear that.
Yeah. So it was, at that point, it was sink or swim. Had some money saved up. Got moved into our current commercial space. So we've got about 4,000 square feet now in Florence. Enough ceiling height to build outriggers indoors and stuff.
Nice.
Like that. Yeah. Offices, real fancy.
A heater
now. Yeah. Actually, AC too.
You real fancy, cuz.
Best part of working with composites is they're pretty strict about needing humidity control, AC, heat, stuff like that. So I can always say, no, babe, sorry, the power bill this month is composites needed it. Not me. They really need that AC running in the middle of June, not me.
Well, that's good to know. If you ever, need to work in an air conditioned, nice climate, you're done working outside, go work at composites.
Of course. Yeah, so got moved into that July of last year. Spent the better part of last year scaling from 200 square feet to 4,000 square feet. A lot of new furniture, a lot of new equipment, a lot of
headache.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, a lot of cash spent, a lot of stuff like that, fun stuff. But we got later last year started on our second winder. So our first winder pretty small, pretty slow, and could do something like, I don't know. If I ran it really hard, I could probably get 6, maybe 8 parts a day off of it. Yeah, not bad.
Not bad,
but
not bad.
not commercially
not for 4,000.
scalable.
Yeah.
Yeah, not a commercially scalable enterprise.
You'll pay the electric bill, but not everything else.
Yeah. And so our new winder, we just finished building. We're kind of in the process of still tuning, so we're running pretty slow on it. But it is a 4-spindle unit, so we make 2 parts at a time. I showed you the photos and videos.
Yeah.
Yep. So it winds on either the top 2 or bottom 2 spindles. As soon as you're done with those parts, the carriage will move up, and then it will wind on the other 2, while you load and unload the bottom ones.
Okay.
So like you may wind on the bottom first, it'll go up, and it'll be winding the second or the number 3 and 4 position up top, while you take the bottom 2 off, put them in the oven. When it's done up top, you've already got your next mandrel in there ready to go. Comes down, starts again. You complete the process over and over. Everything on this winder is kind of designed around making 40 to 50 parts a day.
That's cranking some stuff out.
Yeah. It's you can
outfit a fleet with gaffs, push poles, outriggers. So if you're offshore fishing and you want to,
in hopefully the morning 4-hour shift. Yes.
Yeah. That's cranking some product.
Yeah, I mean at full speed, and you're not a filament winder, so this may not mean anything to you or anybody here, but at full speed, we're designed to lay down just over 100 inches of fiber a second. So we're moving 8 feet a second. Yeah, at full speed. We're not running anywhere near that now. We're still tuning PID loops, still tuning servos, still doing all the really fun, boring stuff. Getting the tension system up and running, getting the machine vision system up and running, really good. But we've been very consistent, and things have been getting really busy for us this year. So very excited.
Good.
Did some trade shows,
Tell me about the trade show life. How is what kind of trade shows have you done, and what has been your experience with that? Because I saw, if I remember correctly, ICAST this year.
Yes.
So they're not here, but Robert, Jason, and some of the other guys do ICAST, and they say it is a whole different ballgame.
Yeah, and one of the other things we learned from the first show, and I had to recruit a bunch of help for ICAST here, was bringing down some salesman buddies, and going to have some guys come up. Got some good friends down in South Florida and like West Palm and stuff that are going to come up and help us out for the week. I do not like sales, actually. I have found that I am way better sitting behind a computer, doing math, building out Excel spreadsheets and writing code all day than sitting in front of people talking about how cool our stuff is. And it was very apparent when some people asked me at the trade show, and they're like, hey, can you do this? Could you do that? Well, yeah, I could, but there's way better material choices out there. Like, just carbon fiber is just not the right material for you. And my buddy's like, no, absolutely not. Say yes, sell it to them, mark it up. Carbon fiber is the greatest material for
under promise, over deliver.
Everything. It can make anything. And I'm like, no, it can't. That's not in our wheels. We're not doing that.
Well, it doesn't sound like you're an honest salesman, and that's not good for a salesman, but that's good for the consumer, which is me.
Yeah.
You're very consumer friendly company.
We take a very different approach.
Now, why? Other than the fact that you are you.
Yeah.
Why? Why don't you have a full-time salesman? Why don't you have, a marketing team?
Yeah. So, a couple of things here and a couple of thought processes behind that, I guess, is number one. Yeah. I spent 13 years as a food chemist. I dealt with, thousands of sales reps over the years and in a past life. And it was just, like you said, overpromise and underdeliver. Man, just tell them anything they want to hear and close the deal, and then we'll just sell them whatever junk we can find. And it was never the right feeling, and it never,
I feel like you gotta take a shower after talking to somebody.
Exactly. And in the long run, it just didn't pay off. Sure, we closed a bunch of first-time deals, but like the actual companies that we had lasting relationships with were like companies that we were really honest about our capabilities and really honest about what we can do. And people recognize that.
Oh yeah, we see it in the charter industry every time. My goal is to not take you fishing. My goal is to take you fishing 10 times.
Exactly.
And the amount of days that I tell people, look, Today ain't going to be the day to fill the freezer. It is just not going to be it. I will give you 100% effort. I will make you have a good time on the water. We will do something. I can figure out what makes you smile. And it sometimes gets me in a jam, but more or less people appreciate the fact that I'm trying to show them a good time, not, man, let me take your money and put you on the boat, call it 4 hours and get back to the dock. Like that's not my style.
100% our philosophy. It matches that exactly. I mean, like my thought is we want to offer a good experience to our customers. We want to offer a good product to our customers. If there's a better fit out there, I'm more than happy to tell you. And it's just, it helps differentiate us from other companies. And the other thing is we're finding out that it can be our competitive advantage. Sure, I could get a big marketing team.
Yeah.
Sure, I could get, traveling salesmen and stuff. But the thing is like, I'm going to have to pay, just like our winder we built, I'm going to have to pay 10 times as much. And at 100, it will be better, but at 100% will not be 10 times better. Mm-hmm. So it becomes like a marginal cost game of, okay, what if, sure, I work on marketing X number of hours a week. What if I doubled that? Do our sales double? No.
Yeah.
If I pay, say I go crazy and pay somebody $20,000 for a video shoot, give me a ton of promotional media, fill my social media feed up for the next year. Do I get a 10x return on that $20,000? Like now where if I go to a show and it costs a couple $100 and we easily get a 10x return on that.
Yeah.
We're
and you're shaking hands, you're meeting people face to face,
and we're trying to hear and trying to figure out what people want and offer out product that exceeds expectations and far exceeds the value proposition. Because that's the other thing too. Like, I can absolutely make you a better product, and I can bill you 10x for it. But do you need something? You want a gaff? Do you need a gaff that costs $1,000?
Heck no.
Yeah, you don't even want to use it at that point. Keep it in a display case.
Yeah, I mean, I'll use it. I'll get my $1,000 out of that gaff. Don't worry. I'll be gaffing flounder instead of a net. I'll take the net off the boat. I'll get my money's worth out of that gaff, Cap.
One of the funnier things I've heard lately is, and I even said this to my buddy after our first trade show, I was like, man, if I hear another person with another idea on running a company, people come with thousands of ideas. Hey, you guys should make this. You should make that. Have you thought about that? If I hear another person give me an idea that is not, hey, you should optimize your supply chain. Hey, you should optimize your manufacturing process. Hey, you should use automation. Nobody says the unfun things like that. And it's like, guys, this is what makes the company. It's like building a robust supply chain, building out stations, not getting so big that you're so bogged down and stuff, not getting, not having that overhead, not having a whole marketing team we got to support, because then all of a sudden you got to pay 2 or 3 people for a year for marketing. No. Let's optimize absolutely everything we can and focus on one thing, offering out the best products that are actually made here at really good prices.
So, out of all your product, what's your favorite thing that near and dear to your heart? What's your favorite thing you make right now and offer right now? What's your favorite thing to use, I guess, or make? What's your favorite product?
Ooh, that is a good one. I should have prepared for questions like that, and I did not.
No, you just drink a couple beers and then you figure it out.
Yeah. One of the more fun things that I got asked if I could make a set of ski poles. Yeah. And I started checking some dimensions and cross-checking some stuff, and I realized, hey, our gaff mandrel is one of our 6-foot gaff mandrels. That's pretty close to a set of ski poles. Let me get some tips for it. Made a set of ski poles. It worked great for a buddy. My brother's like, hey, those are sick. I got a younger brother. Shout out to Grant. He's about 10 years younger than me. He's in Alabama right now. He said, hey, those ski poles are really cool. Could you make some trekking poles? I said, yeah, I think so. Let me cross-check the weight on these. I'm like, hey, these are way lighter than all the commercially available options, like Black Diamond, all that stuff. We were way lighter than them. And he's like, yeah, make me a set.
Yeah, nice.
And, dude, they're fun. I got one in the truck. I'll let you, I need to grab it, let you take a look at it.
You think I walk?
Come on now. Come on now.
No.
Yeah. They're at least cool to see. It's a really unique blend of the material properties of carbon fiber, that they are still incredibly light and as rigid as they are.
Yeah.
Is the cool part. I mean, a lot of our bigger stuff, a lot of our gaffs, outrigger stuff like that, we're trying to overbuild them, so we're putting a lot of extra material in those. So
I was gonna say, the amount of aluminum gaffs I have been on a trip, and we gaffed a critter, and it started spinning. And you ever done a haywire twist? We haywire twisted 2 gaffs together with that. And I mean, it was a perfect haywire twist. I have bent so many gaffs, and I am so done with a metal gaff. That is the absolute. I know there's a lot of people that have it, and but I have just absolutely destroyed some aluminum gaffs, and I can't ever do it again. I can't justify paying money for something I'm going to break within a year.
Yeah. My internal nerdy side wants to say, well, carbon fiber has great torsional rigidity and can handle extreme torque loads, so you will absolutely not haywire twist it. But, it's like,
you won't turn them into an art project.
I told my wife I was doing this. She's like, whatever you do, don't be a nerd. I was like, no.
No, be a nerd.
I was like, people want to see the nerd. Don't be a nerd.
Okay, so that's your favorite product that you've gotten done. You've teased some prototypes and stuff. What's your vision in 5 years going to be your favorite product in 5 years that you're going to do?
Ooh, I have, yeah. So we're always developing. So I don't sleep much. I spend a lot of time late at night on the computer in CAD. Hey, let's sketch this out. Let's see what that looks like. Let's see if we could do that. Here's what's available. What can we improve on that? I have teased a deck stool or a bow stool for flats fishing guys, tarpon guys.
I tried to break it. I couldn't even break the prototype.
Yeah. It's a little 3D printed prototype too.
It's a little sketchy, and I couldn't even break it. So.
I'm really liking that one.
Me too.
We've got.
I think you're going to find on some high-end sporties and stuff, you're going to end up making bar stools.
Yeah.
Somebody who wants to overpay for a bar stool with some names on it, I think you're going to have fun with that one.
A good buddy of mine has already made that joke this morning. He's like, man, I'm glad you think this is cool that you're a fishing company and everything, because as soon as you turn these out, you're going to be a furniture company, and you're not even ready. I'm like, no, I'm not going to be a furniture company. But yeah, we've got that one coming out. We're working on some production workflows and kind of perfecting curved filament wound parts. So hoping to develop pulling platforms, grab rails, stuff like that. We're going to start small.
Just curious, you're working on here. Let's take a polling platform.
Yep.
The standard metal polling platform. How much difference in weight do you think you can get?
Yeah, so we are,
guesstimate. I don't need.
No, come on, man. I was just about to give you like 3 decimal places what it would actually be.
No. We're not a significant figure kind of podcast. I know. I just tickled a nerd right there.
You did.
Yeah. I do have a science background as well, so don't. I do understand some of what you're saying.
So
not much, but some.
In comparison to aluminum, carbon fiber is approximately half the weight on a per volume basis, half the density, I should say, on a per volume basis, and rigidity on a per volume basis. It's a little bit more rigid, a little bit stronger. The trick on a platform is going to be optimizing how it is made, right? So if you think about a tube,
yep,
mounted at the bottom, mounted at the top, the middle of that tube doesn't actually see that much stress per se.
No.
The stress gets concentrated where it's mounted to the floor.
Because gravity.
Yeah, and mostly because of the rigid mount as well. And typically on like the front or the back edge, because the force is going to want to rip that tube off of the rigid mount. So that's why on your T-tops, you always see a crack in a joint or in a weld or where 2 tubes come together.
Yes.
The middle of the tube just doesn't see that much stress. It's just not there. It's always the base, at joints, at rigid points like that, at couplings. So the big thing of how much lighter we can be critically depends on how well we can optimize the layup to put material where we need it at joints and take material out of the middle of the parts and stuff like that. And filament winding provides us a really unique ability to do that.
Because you can put exactly where you want at the exact thickness.
At the exact layup, and I can control, we can tailor stiffness, we can tailor rigidity. Yeah, so if we need, if I know I need this part to move a little bit, because you do, right? Like boats flex,
Yes.
boats move around.
They're on water. It's not a stable surface.
No, and they get slammed and beat up, and yeah, exactly. If we, hey, I need a little flex here, let's do that. Okay, perfect. But we're reasonably, if we could come in at 60-70% of the weight of aluminum on the same stuff.
So on a micro skiff that's 400, 500,
Huge.
600 pounds, you could, if you did a poling platform,
Yeah, I mean,
casting platform, push pole, and a sticket, you could almost, that's 25% of the weight of that skiff.
yeah,
You could, let me rephrase that, make it 25% lighter.
call it, on the like micro skiffs that are going to have, 400 or 500 pound boats that are going to have 50, 80 pounds of aluminum hardware on them. Yeah, we may be able to shave 20, 30, 40 pounds off that is what we're
That's
hoping.
awesome.
Which is, it's 10% of the weight of the boat.
Could
So
you scale that
matters.
larger to, let's say, center consoles with T-tops?
Absolutely. That is the next plan. Once we work through the optimization, layup schedules, molding process, things like that. Yeah, that is 100% the game plan is go bigger.
So I just revealed your 1 year, 5, and your 10-year plan. I'm throwing everything out there.
You did. Yeah, you messed me up there. Hopefully nobody jumps on this idea before us.
Well, we can edit it out, if we need to. That's what Joe's here for.
Perfect.
Yeah, we won't take away. Yeah. Joe said, throw me another gaff, cuz.
But yeah, that's kind of what we're working towards. And, the big thing is the complexity. It's one thing to wind around a simple tube right now. It's just a
straight line.
Yeah, it's just a helix. It looks like every candy cane. The issue is where it gets more complex of following the curvature in the bend of the candy cane. That is writing the G code to get the machine to run that. That's kind of the name of the game, and figuring out how to do curved mandrels and work with molds and stuff like that. And if we need to do some vacuum infusion there, make sure we're getting appropriate consolidation and making good parts.
Lot of technical stuff there, and I'm glad you're doing it, and I just get the product testing side. That's way above anything I want to ever do mentally. Now, one thing I did want to say is there's a story that I want you to tell, and it is my favorite Garth story.
Uh-oh.
And it is the time we tried to go tarpon fishing, and I want you to tell that. And
Oh yeah.
knowing what you know now, being older, wiser, and everything, what we should have done different.
Yeah, so 100%. So we had just met Quentin through some friends. He said, hey, he's a charter captain. They want to go tarpon fishing one day. I'm like, all right, cool. I got a bay boat. Let's go. Let's run it. I think we left out of Murrells Inlet. We ran all the way down to, we ended up at North Inlet.
Yeah, we were at North Inlet.
Yeah, we were at North Inlet, and got caught in some summer storms. It was like mid-July or something. And we were at North Inlet, caught in summer storms. So we were, 15, 17 miles on Murrells Inlet or so?
North Inlet's
12,
yeah,
15?
No, more than 15. I think it's like 18 to 20.
Okay.
The Jetties is 26. Georgetown Jetties is 26, and I think North Inlet's probably 6. Yeah, Georgetown Jetties 26. Anyway, we were a hike from home.
So we got 18 miles to get home. Summer storms rolling in. A bunch of stuff building offshore to us, and a bunch of stuff building, right in front of us. No real good route. Nothing to shoot the gap. And wind kicked up pretty bad, like 2 miles in or something. I remember starting running. I was like, okay, this isn't bad. We're fine. We're good. Hammer down. About 2 or 3 miles in, wind kicked up, and we probably got caught in some solid 3 to 4s.
I remember there was a point I looked at Garth, and I said, hey, man, get this boat into Murrells Inlet as fast as you can and run this boat as hard as you can safely so we don't break down. If we break down, we're in serious trouble. Right now, we're not in serious trouble. We're just in trouble.
I remember looking back at you and Tony and like, guys, hold on.
Yeah.
Just hold on back there. There's life jackets on the bench if you want some.
I was like, if a rod goes overboard, don't lay off the throttle. Unless one of us goes overboard, don't let off the throttle, but run this boat as hard as you can back home now.
So anyway, yeah, it was like hammer down, whole way to Murrells Inlet. we kept it in there pretty good. We aired it out quite a few times.
We broke the gas tank.
Yeah. So, I mean, other than having to get some dental work done on my teeth and shattering the whole way home.
What's the size of this boat again?
21-foot bay boat.
Okay.
Yeah, so there were a few occasions that it was like, oh, we're out of the water, look back, have enough time to see the prop spinning out of the water type of air time on it. And
at this time, the other guy with it was commercial fishing. So it was charter fisherman, commercial fisherman,
lowly old Garth.
So like we were not. It was bad enough that we weren't like drinking beer in the back, hanging out. We were like holding on, but we weren't stressing yet. I didn't have the EPIRB out. I didn't have the PLB. You know what I mean? We didn't have life jackets on.
No, but it got dicey getting into Murrells. Made turn, and didn't the weather break like right before the turn or right at the turn into the jetties?
We got inside of the storm chasing us.
Yes.
And as soon as we turned the jetties, we got outside of the band of the storm.
And Quentin looks at me across there and he goes, I didn't know you had it in you. I didn't think you had it in you to hold it. It's like, no, we're all right. We're all right.
Yeah, I was just waiting there for him to like,
no, boat's fine.
let off the throttle just a little bit, and I'll be like, Garth, let me get us home. I got this.
No,
let Daddy have his job at the wheel, because normally I don't leave the wheel. So like me sitting in the back corner, I'm out of place.
No, I was like, no, we're fine. Boat's fine. Nothing to worry about. Man, I was cleaning boat up later that weekend. Got it home, and I was rinsing out the bilge looking for something. I said, what's that? I kept spraying something. Something's rattling around in there. I was like, what is that? Crawl down in the bilge and look up, and one of the brackets from the gas tank is just laying in there. We drove the gas tank brackets off of that boat. Shout out to the guy who bought it from me. I appreciate you for not looking at that.
Yeah, it was gnarly with a capital G. We was getting it. It was every bit of 5,500 RPMs running home. I mean, and I remember we come around the corner. I think we put it in one of the slips. And we went straight to the bar and watched one of the gnarliest thunderstorms roll through.
Yeah. I think we stole one of the MIFC slips and ran in. Where'd you go? Drunken Jacks or something?
Yeah, we went into the bar and watched the storm come in at the bar. And that was, I tell that story on charters a good bit. And they're like, man, it's pretty rough out here. I was like, nope, we can still run. We can't, it's not that rough.
Dude, one of the better ones, too, that you weren't there for, but me and Tony were on the boat. So same guy.
Oh, is it the one you were fly fishing for mahi?
No, yeah. That was just dumb. That was pretty smooth that day. But we took the old bay boat out to about 56 miles out of Georgetown, went out to the ledge and trolled around for mahi and did some fly fishing once we worked up school. That was a good time. But we were running one day. We had a charter with Salt Fever.
Oh, yeah. I used to work for him.
Yeah, yep. So I had a charter with those guys. They canceled on us. Weather was crappy.
If it's bad enough that boat doesn't leave the dock, you don't need to be out there.
Well, and we were, my buddy lived in Murrells Inlet at the time, so we were down there and we're like, well, yeah, it's like 40 miles north of here. It's not that bad here. We're going to go up. And we're like, hey, me and Tony, my buddy Patrick, we're like, hey, that's like 40 miles north of here. It's blowing like crazy up there. It's not bad here. I ain't got down here yet. We're going to push up more. We're going to go to the near shore reefs. Like, we can go pick up some amberjacks.
Yeah.
We used to we go out there and fly fish for amberjacks and just like blow up rods. Like, I became a professional rod destroyer. I think I've got like 2 or 3 10 weights blown up, 2 12s, and I never managed to break it, but I have a 14 and a 16. Never managed to break those.
Because you marlin fished. Fly fished.
Yeah. Yep. Did Costa Rica and all that, sailfish and stuff down there too. And it's like, hey, we're going to go to the near shores. We'll go play with amberjacks for a while. Cool. Get out there. Beautiful ride out. Smooth. Wind hadn't picked up down here yet. Kicks up on us. Getting rough on the way back in. Same thing we were in, but instead of running straight into it, it was just like nasty quarter and see the whole way back into Georgetown. Me and Tony are running. And we're like, yeah, we're not far. We're at 12 miles offshore or something like the Georgetown 60. 2 miles into it, we come over the crest of a wave and didn't quite bridge the gap to the next one.
So you fell through. Yeah.
Fell into the wave in front of us. Chine grabs hard on the back of the wave and kicks the boat left. I'm driving. Slams me into the side of the boat.
And it wasn't very high sides.
Yeah, no, it's a bay boat. Yeah, dumps me off the wheel, slams me in the side, dumps Tony, who I was like, surely he's holding on tight too. It's nasty out here. Dumps Tony on top of me and just smushes me and plasters me along the side. Oh, Tony's like, I don't want to be weird, man. I think I'm gonna put on a life jacket.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, grab me one out there. Grab me two if you don't mind.
Put one on my head, one on my feet.
Yeah. So the rest of the ride in, it's like 18, 20 miles, just sloshing it in, fighting it the whole way. It was nasty, but another dumb experience running out of Murrells Inlet or Georgetown. I hadn't been fishing in, I don't even want to say how long now. I don't remember.
Well, we can change that.
Yeah.
We'll go product testing one day this spring. Sound good?
Sounds like a plan to me.
Garth, let us know where we can find your products, website, name of the company, everything like that.
Yeah, of course. So we're Reaction Composites. We try to make our website easy. It's reactioncomposites.com. And on Instagram, we are Reaction Composites as well. Thanks for modeling that over there.
Yeah, I'm surprised I haven't broke this camera yet, but I don't know. I don't know if that'll even show up.
We even thought far enough, Quentin, to print our cards on plastic. That way, when we give them out to charter captains, they don't dissolve away in their back pocket or in their lockers on the boat, their key lockers.
I have plenty of those. Why they put paper in like the swivels and the green beads? Why they put paper in that plastic? Because the plastic holds the water, and getting oh my gosh, whatever it is, that paper that's dissolved in there when you go to grab a swivel really grinds my gears. But anyway, I think that's it. Well, great talk, great things. If anybody has any questions, reach out to Garth at Reaction Composites, or if anybody wants to go fishing, MIFC, Fish Finder Charters, anywhere down in Murrells Inlet, we'll give you 100% effort to get you on fish.
Yeah.
Have a great day, guys. Tight lines, and keep your tools cool.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss an episode. If you're in the Murrells Inlet or Myrtle Beach area, come check us out live. And if you're looking to get on the water, check out our sponsors that help support this channel. Link in the description below. Thanks for watching, tight lines, and we'll see you on the water.